Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello, everyone. A warm welcome wherever you are joining us from in the world. This is USA Global TV and Radio, where we provide world-class education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. And for all of our entrepreneurs and business owners out there, we help you sell your vision. I'm Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, and our show today is The Power of Etiquette and Manners. And we are going to find out how you can find more clients. This show is brought to you and sponsored by the British School of Excellence and principal and founder, Mr. Philip Sykes. Let's welcome him to the show. Hello there. How are you?
Boom, boom, it's Rye.
Rye. Woo.
Yes. Fantastic. You're looking amazing and well, and red is just boom, lovely.
Thank you. You're looking quite dapper yourself, and I'm excited for our new platform. You see, we have London behind us, which is fantastic, and you're there, and we've got a phenomenal guest who is staying up into the wee hours of the night to be with us. So tell us a little bit about how you and your organization provide training so that people can become etiquette coaches, as well as starting their own entity, their own franchise.
Well, the British School of Excellence, formerly the British School of Etiquette, was very much founded on the principles of bringing people together, bringing different cultures together, and giving people these quintessential tools on how we can connect as dynamic human beings and really elevate ourselves above and beyond our expectations. We've all got visions, we've all got dreams, but when you put that into practice and you take action and you join an organization like the British School of Excellence, we will help you build your confidence and we will change your life in every sense of the word. And it is a journey. It's not a quick sprint. It takes time. But the key skills and tools that we impart and deliver during our coaching and training, whether it be from children, which is our Kiddie Kit program, to mindset and confidence, mindset resilience, mindset money, and mindset and resilience for our teenagers. Then we have the polished professional, the polished student, the polished graduate, Train the Trainer, which our wonderful guest has attended. And I'm really excited to see where he is on his journey right now. And yeah, we do beautiful coaching on EQ. We do DISC assessments, assessing people in the sense of who am I and what am I about and which direction should I go in. And we can really bespoke programs and courses for you on an individual basis.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you for sharing that. And for anyone who's watching out there, you can actually connect with Philip and the British School of Excellence by scanning the QR code that is located in the corner. Just take your phone or your device, and bingo, you'll be connected with their website. So why don't we bring out Daniel and find out what he's been up to
Bring
since he's
Daniel out. Let's bring him out.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Hello, Phyllis. Hello, Jacqueline. So, how are you?
Delighted to have you here. You said you're joining from Indonesia and you're 12 hours ahead of me here in the States,
Yeah.
so it's 10 p.m. there.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, I actually very excited to be able to attend this live with you guys. But first of all, I just want to say thank you for Philips and the organizations that bring me to who I am today. And my journey at the British Schools of Excellence is absolutely amazing. And of course, that this opportunity to live with you, with Jacqueline and Phillips, it's a wonderful experience. So that's why I'm still up until right now. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. So, the first question that
Yeah,
comes to mind for me is with our title, How to Find Clients, and you are a certified etiquette coach, how do they go together?
yeah. Well, basic is
Sorry.
it okay? Well, in my country, to become this specific title, as an etiquette coach, is pretty much very rare. I would say that so many, parents or kids that out there, like, they doesn't know about there is someone that can help them to learn something that important for them. So I think from the school of excellence, um,
I think we're having some problems hearing Daniel. Are you experiencing that, Philip?
Daniel,
okay,
it was just, yeah, go ahead.
is everything okay right now?
Much
Yes.
better.
Yes, much better.
Okay, much better. Okay, so sorry for my connections. What I just say, basically, in my country, Indonesia, become an etiquette coach is very rare, I would say, because like right now, it's so many the parents and university or maybe school that trying to find someone who can teach the kids about this kind of education. And to be honest, after once I graduate from the British Schools of Excellence, I'm trying my best to like deliver the message what I learned from the school, from the organization. So this platform, I mean, this live show, I think it could be more helpful for me to send the message to all of the people around the world, especially to learn about etiquette and manners.
Excellent. That makes a lot of sense. So, Philip, I think you're keeping some things from us in terms of when people graduate, all of the additional skills that they have that are really on the basis of etiquette and manners. So it to me, it sounds like for every entrepreneur out there, this is a program, the train the trainer program that they should really take to become an etiquette coach.
And beyond. Absolutely. And again, the whole vision and focus is to be able to support our students, to be able to give them this ongoing, continued professional development. And we really want every single one of our students to go out there and do the best they can possibly do and know that we are here to help them, even sometimes to give them a rev, kick them up the butt and say, hey, come on, you've come this far, don't give up, you've got to keep going. And this is what this is about. And, it's so beautiful. Daniel, not so long ago, it gives me goosebumps. I don't have my phone with me here. But Javed Bola from Mauritius, who you may recall, Dr. Jacqueline, last year we did that beautiful broadcast from the roof terrace in Mauritius. And Javed and another colleague were there who both completed Train the Trainer, Priya and Javed. And I have to say, I got a lovely message from him today saying that he's now being certified by the Mauritian government to continue with his etiquette coaching and training, and he's launching his first class in February, which just gave me huge joy because Javed finished the course about 18 months ago. and he's been working. I mean, he's a management consultant as well. But the importance of etiquette and manners in our diverse world is fundamental.
Absolutely. It certainly is. Daniel, would you like to comment on that?
Of course, I agree with Phillips because, like, after this, I just want to make sure can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I absolutely agree with Phillips because right after I graduated from the British School of Excellence, you know that the level of the confidence as a coach for myself, it's becoming more than I used to be before. And to bring the educations to people or my a client that I already have, it's such a like it's make me feel like so special, you know. But it's not only what I achieve; it's because what I get it from the school is really important to give to people, to society, that the etiquette and manners, it's really, really important to learn from even from the kids. Of course, that education that Philips and organization provide for me and all of the participants, it's amazing. And I couldn't thank you for Philips because like it's just too much, you know. It's wonderful. Thank you, Philips. Thank you.
Your graduates become very emotional, and I can feel it as well. So you're doing
Yeah,
excellent work there, Philip.
yeah.
So a question that I have for you, Daniel, and a comment from you, Philip, is when as entrepreneurs, as business owners, when we're looking to find new clients. For example, if you were going to start a new business, you might do some field research and you might think that everyone potentially is your client, but that's not possible. Everyone's not your client, and you can't possibly serve or service when you first start the entire entity of potential clients. So how do you feel, Daniel, that you actually drill down to find the clients where you can bring the most value and that you can have an ongoing long-term partnership or relationship with them?
Right. Back in my home country, Indonesia, mostly my market is for kids, you know, like I'm targeting the kids because the kids nowadays is they're in the era of they're always holding the phones and really just staying at home, not being like social with people outside, you know. So when it comes to like finding a client, so I have to reach every single school and university or maybe you know some organization that has kids in there because I'm very focused on kids. And it's very challenging for me because some of the kids has already full with their some other study or some curriculum that you need to learn. And I found it really challenging because like nowadays that the parents prefer to give them a education based on to see the teachers directly like an offline class rather than online class. So I have a little bit of challenge for that, but I'm very positive that whatever I'm doing until right now, I think that there's always a door for me to reach every single of a potential, you know, a client or maybe students who wants to learn about this education.
Brilliant. Phil, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I love the fact that Daniel's got such a vision, and that's something that as coaches, it's you've got to find a place to start, and from there you can start to expand. You can start to, firstly, build your confidence. Secondly, don't try and hit the market in one, with one go. You've got to slowly nurture these relationships, and in the beginning, sometimes a lot of things I did in the beginning were offering some free tasters. Don't give them the full recipe of the Coca-Cola recipe, but you go in there and you say, I would love to give your kids an hour of their time. So, for example, Daniel, next week I've offered on Monday to go to my son's school. I phoned the principal and spoke to her, and she was, wow, that would be amazing. Now, again, I'm going to have 40 minutes. What can you get across in 40 minutes? Actually, quite a lot. And with that sort of thing, it gets a foot in the door. And it could just take one child to say, Mummy, this man came into school today, blah, blah, blah. And next minute, you're now entering into, connecting with the parents. But for me, I love where you're going with this, because again, you will have a growing market. So those children, once you've built that trust and rapport with them, you can continue to coach them way into their teenage years and into their adult years. And if I had any guidance for anybody, and if I could give myself my own advice, and I could take myself back to maybe when I was 8, 9, or 10 or 11 years old, I would have loved to have had a coach outside my mum and dad, outside the school I went to, a coach, a mentor to guide me, steer me, push me, ask questions that probed thought and creativity and ideas. And I can well assure anyone out there that by adopting mentors and coaches, you're going to accelerate. You're going to actually fast forward your career and your success in so many ways, not just obviously in business, but in your relationships, in how you build rapport with people, how do you connect with people. And it goes back down to what we always really advocate is, how do you make people feel?
I think what you just said is so paramount, and I think it's on it's how you make people feel. It's not what you say or do, it's how you
I
make them
have some.
feel. And I don't think that we take that into consideration for every encounter that we have with someone. Many times it's about us and what our agenda is and what we want to get across.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely,
And
yes.
I love
Yeah.
Daniel's vision, and Daniel, we are here to support you. I've actually this week Bridget has put an amazing referral letter for you together. I will send it off to you, so you'll get it in your inbox in the morning. And if there's any further support that you need, endorsements or letters of recommendation, all you have to do is just send us a message.
Sure. Thank you so much, Philip. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate. Thank you. It will be very helpful for my businesses.
Wonderful.
Daniel, what would you like people who've never met you, they don't know about your business, they now know you're a certified etiquette coach. What would you like them to know about what it is that you do and the value that you're bringing?
Well, before you answer that, Daniel, I'd love you to give people a little bit more input about your background, because you're a meticulous individual and you've got an amazing skill set. So let's reverse back into the last sort of 10 years of your life and what you've been doing and how you've come to this place right now.
Right. It's a long journey, I would say, Phillips. And to be honest, like I didn't realize until I entered the course with Philip and organizations. I remember when I was a kid that my dad told me about, okay, when my dad has a visitor, for example, his friend, he always pushed me and asked me to be polite to his friends and go out of from the room and then say hi to everyone. So I think from the very beginning, when I was very kids, my dad told me about this kind of things about etiquette, and my journey brings me into who I am today through by the organization from Philips. It gave me like think that wow, this is I didn't realize until like I noticed that this is really what I want, and this is what I really feel good to do, and it's just like make me feel like it's easy to like to tell people, and not even easy like when I deliver the information or my lessons to my students or my clients, not only the lesson that I send it, but I just felt good about after I tell them, after I send the information, I just feel very good. So I see myself growing. I see myself much more confidence, and I'm grateful for what I did and what the organizations did it and gave it to me. So thank you, Phillips. And to answer the questions or what I'm going to say to everyone who watched this, well, etiquette is important to learn because it fosters respectful and considerate behavior. It's promoting positive interactions in the social, especially like if you see your kids right now when they are not really confidence to bring themselves outside or be social with their friends, that those kids or your kids should learning about the etiquette and manners, because the program or this education is not only teach them how to hold the fork and spoon or knife, but it will give them such a very basic, amazing basic for their lifetime, for their life, so I think everyone should aware about this education because it's very important, and it's all about kindness, because some people out there, they may just like, they can't listen, they can hear your words, but they will feel your attitude. So I believe through by this education, we can save so many things that could happen, and I believe that from nowadays, people will see after they learned this education etiquette and manners, they will feel better. And I would say that etiquette and manners is really important for their lives. Back to you, Jacqueline.
Daniel, amazing what you just shared there. That absolutely, and
Thank you, Phillips.
it does. I can just hit on two major points there. It elevates you, even when you're having a bad day, just by imparting beautiful energy and etiquette and manners onto someone, and that obviously includes your emotional intelligence, but it definitely elevates you. Just paying someone a beautiful compliment, being kind to someone can elevate you, and it just gives you this amazing ability to, I feel, put your best foot forward, even in those challenging times. And that's really special. And what you alluded to, I know you're only scratching the tip of the iceberg, the surface there, Daniel, but with regard to your journey and your background, you're a meticulous individual and you do your research. And not only that, your energy is so powerful. And that in itself will draw people to you, and they will absolutely fall in love with you. They will want to spend time with you. They will want to be coached and trained by you. And that is a very, very powerful thing to adopt. And it's a big responsibility as well on your side. So, we, as I've always maintained, we're the shepherds in this world. We've got to guide and we've got to steer people. And if we don't do that, the future ahead of us looks pretty rocky, if I could put it that way. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that? Dr. Jacqueline, are you back?
Yes, I'm here. I was just letting you two have a chat. So, I agree. There are so many key takeaways here for people who are starting a business or for people who already have a business. And one thing I'm taking away from Daniel, what you shared is we have multiple ways that we can bring value, because as we go through this journey of life, typically we put ourselves out there to try something, and maybe we take it in and embrace it and say this is a great fit, or maybe it's like a pair of shoes that just don't feel right, we're going to put them aside, but we still have them. So you've got a great background and a lot of experience, and I know for myself, Philip, and I think the same for you, as we go into different careers, we bring things from what we learned before, or maybe we had things that we certifications or education or life experiences that we never actually knew how we could incorporate into our lives, and boom, all of a sudden there it is, we're able to do that. So etiquette matters. Being a certified etiquette coach, I think, is a fabulous way that you can take your business to a new level, especially when it comes to finding clients.
Daniel, I love that, Dr. Jacqueline. Daniel, have you come up with a name for the organization? What is your first sort of moves and plans that are coming up?
Well, actually, back in my because I live and I stay in Bali, there's one of the university, like big university in Bali. It's called Udayana University, and I have some connections, friends who used to collaborate with them, and my friend were like asking me about how I lesson or classes to the students. So I really wanted to like moving forward, and I wanted to make it happen that myself, after the graduate from the BSI, I can deliver something that this university never had it before. So I'm in the process of like get into this opportunity, and I really hope that through by the recommendation later from the organization, it will be more even helpful for me to present not just myself but also from the organization. So that is my plans coming soon.
And have you come up with a name for your business?
For my business, I already created. It's called the Etiquette by Daniel Imbrand.
Love
Yeah.
it. Love it.
And I have a little bit of this year. I've planned to create a book just to make a simple, guidance for kids. It's going to be a little book that I'm going to provide to the kids because I think this is very important. If I have to reach them one by one, maybe I won't be able to do, or maybe some of the kids doesn't have any computer or like online things to reach me or learn from me. So that's why I want to create a book. Hopefully this year, wish me luck. I want to create a book and I want to teach us. I want to teach. I want to teach. I want to reach every single of kids in Indonesia, in my country, about this education because I think that's the way that I can help as many as I can help people.
That's a brilliant initiative. I love it. And Philip, you and I have talked so many times that if we could impact one child and teach them how to listen or the power of etiquette and manners, we wouldn't have to undo 10, 20, 30, 40 years of bad behavior. So Daniel, I think you're going to do really well with that.
Yeah, it's so true. So true. I love the vision. It's
Thank
amazing.
you.
And you get that book
Thank
out
you.
as soon as possible. I mean, Dr. Jacqueline's now a very established author, and I don't know, you've got an umpteen dozen books, and Dr. Jacqueline and I were talking about doing something together in a book, and I think that really, it adds so much value, and also, again, it puts a big stamp against you as a person and you and your brand. So don't hesitate, just start somewhere and start writing and see, get people to read it, and they might give you some guidance and steering. There are lots of people out there. I'm sure you've got connections, Daniel, on how you can get the input and the feedback from various people. So well done. That's very exciting.
And also just something
Yeah.
to consider, which is the way that I started is you can actually, instead of sitting there and writing or typing, you could also use voice notes and speak into your phone to record the book as you're thinking of it. And then you can have it transferred
Wow.
into text, and then you can edit out whatever you don't want and make some changes or additions.
That's very useful to know.
All right.
Yes.
Yes, that's very useful.
I
Thank
learned
you,
that from
Jacqueline.
Red O'Laughlin. I can't take credit for it. It's from one of our team members. So
That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
So you have the name of the business and you have this concept for a book. Where else do you see yourself bringing value or expanding to take your message? Is it specifically in Indonesia, or do you have some other ideas for the rest of the world?
Actually, I also wanted to open the this is actually my plan that it's not only businesses that I wanna to make it bigger, my purpose to learn this is because I wanted to save kids in my home country in my country because like Indonesia is very big and I could not reach the people or the kids from the small islands. My plan is to create an organization. Me and with my friends want to create some like a school that can provide this kind of education. For example, teaching them the English and also the etiquette and manners. From this school, we going to like fly to the island, small island, and provide the education. and it's absolutely free. And of course, I have to collaborate with some friends who can support these businesses. So that will be my purpose, because I do believe that this kind of purpose will be bigger if people notice that, you know what, instead of like you open something that can benefit yourself, why don't you just invest something that can help so many people through by this organization? So I hope this year it will be happen. So let's see, and wish me luck.
That is unbelievable. I love that vision. I just make it huge, because that is exactly how you will
Thank
get to
you.
where you want to go. And it's just slowly, but building. And I'm telling you, we'll have a conversation in a year's time, and you'll look back on 24, and you'll see all these incredible ticks that you can put against what you've done and what you've achieved. And we'll be here to guide you and steer you on any level. So, Daniel, just take the bull by the horns and just go for it. Yeah. So well done.
Absolutely,
Really proud.
yes.
And I hope you're coming back to the UK in the near future, because the last time you were coming to London, and I missed you because I was heading off, and I was really sorry not to meet you in person. So yeah, I hope that
um
you can get across.
Phillips,
Yeah,
yes. Absolutely. This year, I'm planning to come back again to the UK, to London, and I'm planning to take some of the course, which is it's related with another business that I'm doing outside of the etiquette and manners. So I would love to see you in London this year.
wonderful. Have you got any idea
Absolutely,
when you
yes.
might be coming over? What dates?
I will be there on May this year.
Super. Wonderful. And we're going to try and get Dr. Jacalyn to the UK as well
Yes.
at some point. We're going to get you across here, Dr. Jacalyn, get across the pond,
Wow.
people say. So it'll be really
You know
exciting.
it has to be warm, Philip. You know I can't come there when it's cold.
So talking of cold, it's been
Very
this morning. It was
excited.
-7 degrees. Yeah, yeah. So, but we're blessed. We're in a
Wow.
warm
It's
house
really cool.
compared to some people out there who don't have it. So they're not so fortunate. So yeah, but I'm with you. I think when it gets warmer, May, June time, Dr. Jacalyn, that would be absolutely stunning to have you here.
It would be so much fun to broadcast together in person. I would love that.
Brilliant, absolutely
That will
brilliant.
be nice to be able to see both of you in London. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Daniel, a question I have for you. I know from having many conversations with Philip, there is a large group of alumni from the British School of Excellence. And when you are starting out in business or you are looking for clients, it's super important to actually have a network of people that you can reach out to and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. And any leads that you might have, anybody you know who might be interested, what is your feedback or direction to give people about having a
Dr.
network?
Jacalyn,
Yes, Phil, can you hear me?
I think I have
Okay,
some
Philip, do you want to answer that maybe while
challenge
Daniel is
with the connection.
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, again, the alumni platform here that we did set up off the back of people competing, for example, trainer, is very powerful for many aspects, because it motivates. It's a brilliant platform to get questions moving and debates going. It's a great platform to ask for help. It's a great platform to initiate a workshop. So many a time in the last couple of years, some alumni have asked about how do I structure my courses, or how do I put myself out there, and what are the financial sort of barriers, and how do I charge? And so what we did is we put on a workshop. We just, on the spur of the moment, said if anyone's interested and wants to know more about this, we'll have a complimentary Zoom session together. The last one we did was on dealing with people who really struggle with learning, have learning challenges, maybe ADHD. So again, we put on a wonderful project. We did an hour session with an incredible woman from an ADHD organization. She was phenomenal. And so this is exactly what it's all about. And it's the old adage in life: if you don't ask, you're not going to get anything. So just ask. Ask people. Ask people if you can support them. Ask people if there's an opportunity to put a foot in the door, and ask people on these amazing networking platforms, because it's a safe environment, and they will give you straightforward, shoot from the hip, and you can bounce that idea of, what do you think of this logo? What do you think of this branding? Whatever it is, use this tool, and it's very similar to setting up a business in general. You need that network and support, and you will get honest feedback from people. And that's really, really what you need. You don't want people to be flattering you, and all of a sudden you launch and nothing happens. Oh, where did I go wrong? Well, people were saying it was brilliant, it's amazing, blah, 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 but you've stuck. So fundamental.
Philip, I'm so glad that you shared that. And what I want to say about that is, if you ask enough people, you're going to get so many on the positive, so many on the negative. And so I think you also have to embrace your own intuition to make that decision, because if you rely just simply on what other people are saying, then you might have this anger and resentment. Oh, my friend, my family member, you said I should do it, or you said I shouldn't do it, because we have to go with our guts sometimes too. And you and I take risks as well. And sometimes they're more of an opportunity, but many times they do pan out because we put ourselves out there.
Absolutely. Again, on that note, with all due respect, don't take an opinion from someone who you A, don't respect, B, are just haven't done anything with their lives, with all due respect. I'm sorry to say that, but get that guidance and input from people that you trust, you have a rapport with, that you pretty much trust their judgment, or you absolutely want to hear their at least hear what they have to say. But at the end of the day, Dr. JACALYN, it boils down to me making that decision and saying, hey, worst case scenario, most likely scenario, and the best case scenario. So, okay, if it doesn't work, what's the worst that can happen? I need to reinvent myself. I need to maybe change direction. I need to maybe find a different target audience. Okay, you've circumvented that. Most likely case, you start to roll. And the best case scenario, boom, it sort of skyrockets. So those are three key questions that I always ask myself in any situation. What's the worst? What's the best? What's the most likely scenario here?
Excellent tips. Thank you. And Daniel's connection has not come back yet. So we're sorry, Daniel.
Oh, no, Shane, it's late there. And I would imagine, being in Indonesia, you have a few challenges. So, but isn't he a lovely young man? I mean, that vision and that smile, that face and that smile, he just boom, he lights up a room. And, when he was on Train the Trainer, and he was, committed, because he was working on Train the Trainer till at least midnight, 1 a.m, for 5 full days, every single day. He showed up with that energy. He showed up with the ability to learn, and I'm ready. And that's another thing I want to share with people. You've got to open yourself up. You've got to be ready. You can't go into something half-cocked. You cannot. You've got to be there. You've got to be very present. You've got to make sure you have enough rest. You've got to make sure that you are 100% present and in the moment, because anything we do in this world is all about showing up and being there. And I mean being there mentally and emotionally.
I completely agree with you. And you have to have that passion and that desire to continue on, even if everyone is saying no, 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 because you will have to live with yourself. And only you can know when it's time to move forward or it's time to do something else. And what I do is I follow very successful people and listen to what they're saying, like what you're saying. I think you need to surround yourself with people who want you to win, people who believe in you. And of course, sometimes we're very close to people and we think they want us to win, but they secretly don't want us to win. And the other thing I want to share is something that I've had to work hard on, but have finally gotten there, but I have to remind myself, is to take the emotion and put it aside. What is the solution? what are the solutions? And then I look at them and I analyze them, as opposed to, oh, this is so, you get so emotional and you can't see what's right in front of you and you waste a lot of time.
Completely. Completely. And you get put off, the scent. Dog chases a scent. You get off, taken away from the scent. And that really is, and it can be just that small little jolt that takes you off track. And it really is staying true to yourself, and also understanding that, again, there's always a risk in life. With all due respect, there are a couple of guarantees. One of them is, unfortunately, we're going to die one day, and the other one is the tax man's going to tax you. Those are two guarantees, whether we like it or not.
They can end up together sometime as well.
But the rest is that, there are no guarantees, but you've got to do your research, but just sometimes jump out that airplane and build a parachute on the way down. No word of a lie, Dr. Jacalyn. When we launched the British School of Etiquette back in the day, I didn't do market research. I just went on a gut feel. And a few people said, "What are you doing?" And oh, really? What's that going to be about? They were sort of just not dismissive, but they weren't like, "Wow, that's." And other people were like, "Gee, we need this more than ever before. You've got to do it." And I couldn't think of a better person to launch an organization like that. You're going to get mixed feelings and mixed input from people. And 10 years, 11 years down the line, we are here. We're the market leader in what we're doing. We've managed to, I don't even know how many people we've had the privilege of coaching and working with, but it's into the thousands. And that's from 5-year-olds. And as you know, the last woman, the eldest woman that's come through the door was 78 years old from Cyprus. And honestly, every single person that we've had the privilege of working with has just been phenomenal. And not only that, they've elevated their lives to a different perspective. It is 100% life. It's game changing in every sense of the word.
I'm so proud of you and just so grateful that you have helped so many people across the world, that you and I have connected. You and I have been talking about a project, which I'm not going to go into right now, but just on how to find clients. I decided yesterday to take the emotion out of it. Well, this seems like a great project. And I thought, let's just take the emotion and do some good old field research. Let's get in the car and drive and start talking to people. And then after doing enough of that, come back with some substantial data and information, as opposed to just jumping into something, which is what I would have done because the numbers seem so great. And it's like, let's do the work to make a decision. So I want to share that with people as well.
And connect with people, bounce ideas off people, go and get up close and personal. It's one of the only ways that you can really get the truth coming from people, because people who don't know you, they're not going to try and flatter you. They're going to say, well, blah, 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 blah. They'll be very direct. It's very much, I suppose, one of the things I was fastidious about when I had Pages in Time restaurant in Cape Town back in the early 90s. I made very, very sure that I was on that shop floor every single moment we had guests in there. And it was phenomenal from so many angles, because I could read the room. I could understand what people's wants, desires, and even before they often knew. But not only that, I would genuinely go to them and say, tell me, how was the meal? How was it? Was it this? Was it what you expect? And listen to get feedback. And as we all know, when you get feedback, you can then feed forward. And that's how we build and how we grow. But all along the way, it's nurturing those relationships. And it's unbelievably important that you're not just going to get a quick win instantly. That relationship might take a year to nurture. So, for example, we put a quote into a big organization in Dubai 8 months ago. And 5 days ago, they contacted Leanne and said, we're ready to go. But in the meantime, we've just been drip feeding them some information, connecting with them, just letting them know that we're still there. We're not pressurizing. And eventually, boom, something takes.
I just love everything you shared. And what was that expression about feeding?
Feeding.
I forget what you said. It was so poignant. Anyway, everything that you're sharing is so helpful for people. And I want to spotlight you. If you can just talk about what's behind you there.
Certainly. So here we have our beautiful brand, the British School of Excellence, the brand. When it was the British School of Etiquette, that excellence has just replaced the etiquette. But this for me is something that I truly ask and pray people can start and do live by this. And it is from the beautiful, amazing woman, Maya Angelou. And she said, I've learned that people will forget what you said, they will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And when I read that, I get very emotional and I get goosebumps because this is about emotion, this is about connection. And how do we show up every single day? Be the person that you would like to meet. Be the person that you would like to meet. And if you want to meet an angry, aggressive, nasty person, well, then I'm afraid I'm going to sort of guide you and steer you to go and speak to a specialist to help you turn that around.
Well said, as always. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being the polished professional you are. And I'm sorry that Daniel is not with us to say any information about how to get in touch with him, but you can connect with him on Instagram, and it's his name. So it's Daniel IMBRAN Mustafa. Did I say that right?
100%.
Okay, fantastic.
Daniel IMBRAN Mustafa. So it's DANIELIM for mum, B for Bravo, R, A, N for Nelly, M for mum, U for uniform, S for Sierra, T for Tango, A for Alpha, F for Foxtrot, A for Alpha, at Daniel IMBRAN Mustafa.
And I just checked, and he's got over 32,000 followers on Instagram. So please go there and connect with him. Obviously,
How
he
amazing
has
is that?
important, relevant things to share. Philip, we are signing off for today. What would you like to leave our audience with?
I just feel that embrace your weekend. You know, I was listening to a wonderful podcast the other day, and it was not even a podcast. It was a gentleman who's actually got a doctorate in happiness, which was just wonderful. And he really did hit a point. We all, let's say, leave our fancy, gorgeous, sexy pants or knickers for a very special occasion. We need to make every day a special occasion. We don't need an excuse to don something that we're keeping for a special occasion. And I feel that is very, very important. And I think this year we really need to focus on togetherness. We need to focus on being around people we want to be around, get rid of negativity in our lives, and to really live in the moment, to get off our devices, to have a conversation with people, to go and talk to a complete stranger. I do that all the time. I promise you, if I'm walking down the street and walking Coco, I'll say, good morning. Where are you off to for a run? How long are you running for? The gentleman was freezing cold this morning. I said, how long, what distance are you running? Oh, he says, 7Ks. I've got to get out of here. It's cold. Stop and talk to people. You never know what transpires. So live in the moment. Make each moment count. And it goes back to the adage. You know, we get given those 86,400 seconds each and every single day from the time bank. When you waste time, it doesn't give you more time. So make the moments count.
I couldn't get to the clapping thing quickly enough, but thank you again, Philip. I really appreciate you, and thank you so much for the sponsorship. We are going to be hearing a lot more from the British School of Excellence. And thank you, Daniel. I hope you get a good night's sleep. We will be back next week with another program. And of course, Philip, would you like to just talk briefly about your sponsorship of the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show?
Certainly, that is such a privilege meeting with Ian and Helena every single week. They have a huge portfolio and history of working with the Royals and on behalf of the Royals. Ian was an amazing photographer, and they set up this wonderful platform. We together bring on amazing guests, and they generally update you on what's going on around in the UK and bring some wonderful topics to light. And then I have the opportunity to come on board and share something that Ian or Helena may ask. And we always really want to add value to people's lives. And it's called the Royally Rich Show, and it takes place every Friday. And I will be joining them next week. And I have no idea what we're going to be discussing, but I'm excited as I wait and look forward to not wishing time away, but I look forward to this Friday session and being here on USA Global TV and Radio. It's a true privilege, and it's such a brilliant platform. And anyone out there, tell people about USA Global TV and Radio, because the value add to your life is immense. If you watched 4 episodes on USA Global TV of your choice, you will learn and you will grow.
Thank you, Philip. I just want to share that the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show is on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays here at USA Global TV and Radio. It's on at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And it's also on E360 TV on Tuesdays and Fridays at the same time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So episode 11 will be coming up today, so do take a look at that. And if you've missed anything, go to our YouTube channel, USA Global TV and Radio, and we already have episode 12 that will be starting on Tuesday. So there you go. Thank you so much. We can learn more about the British School of Excellence right here. And Philip, we do have your contact information where people can connect with you and your team at your email, hello@the British School of Excellence, and also on the website, thebritishschoolofexcellence.com.
Wonderful. Dr. JACALYN, wishing you an amazing weekend, and I look forward to catching up with you very soon.
Absolutely. I'll be doing my due diligence, Philip. All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
The last few days have been really amazing. I had a trainer course from the British School of Etiquette.
And I must say it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made and one of the best investments I've made in my own training and development.
Now, words alone will not describe the transformation and the positive path that I have traveled with the British School of Etiquette.
I find really I learned a lot from the lessons this time I came.
The last few days with the British School of Etiquette have been fantastic.
And what I've learned now is really beyond my expectations.
This is the most rewarding experience and the best investment I have made this year.
It was just great. I learned so much, and when I go back to Belgium I will incorporate a lot of it into my day-to-day life and business.
It's been absolutely wonderful for the whole week that we were here.
I feel transformed, and I feel like blowing a trumpet and tell people, come and do this school, this class is the best, this is the best school ever.
You should take it. It will change your life immediately.
I am now able to teach other people how to bring the best of them.
Thank you.
Thank you, BSc.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.